Hey, welcome back to Get Down to Business. I'm your host, Shalom Klein, and as promised, I'm thrilled to be joined by Dave Rahija, the president of the North Shore University Health System's Skokie Hospital, and my friend. Dave, welcome to the program.
Shalom, great to be with you, and thank you for your service. Great to have you back home.
It's great to be home. It's great to be home. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And Dave, you are actively involved in the community. You and I are involved in many community activities together, which is exactly as your organization, Skokie Hospital, is sort of sets an example for community engagement. So I'm thrilled to have you on the program to talk a little bit about it. Dave, let's talk a little bit about you first and what led you to your current role at the hospital. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, Shalom, I've been in healthcare now for over 30 years. I actually started working after school in an orthopedic doctor's office. That led me to want to become a physical therapist. And so I got my undergrad and master's in physical therapy and practiced as a physical therapist for many years, all in non-for-profit health systems, doing anything from wound care to neurological rehab, amputees, and orthopedics. But I always had this leadership itch, and that led me to go get my MBA. I got my MBA in healthcare management with the healthcare management concentration. I was at Mount Sinai and the Sinai Health System and Schwab Rehabilitation Hospital. And then I got a great opportunity here at North Shore University Health System about 10 years ago as the vice president of North Shore Glenbrook Hospital. Became a senior vice president there, and then really a great honor and privilege to become the president here at North Shore Skokie Hospital in April of 2018. It's been a great ride. Healthcare is kind of is a lifelong passion for me, and frankly, I don't think I know how to do anything else, and so I might as well get good at it.
Well, you are certainly very, very passionate regarding healthcare, and as you said, you've spent your career in a variety of different roles. Obviously, certainly being involved, as you said, on the physical therapy side. But now, as the president of the hospital, you have the opportunity to engage perhaps a little bit more with community, to be out and about. And in Skokie Hospital, my listeners know that how passionate I am about the Skokie community. Skokie Hospital plays a major role as a major employer and as a major provider. And it's really with that role in mind that I wanted to talk to you today. Believe it or not, I can't believe we're in September already, and that's an interesting time of year when people are starting to perhaps change their closets and the stuff that's in there, and starting to get ready for the school year and starting to get ready for winter and so on. And that means that there will be perhaps a variety of different activities that people will be engaged with, and perhaps some illnesses and some injuries that go along with it. As much as we'd love to say that will not be the case, we know it will be. So let's talk about some of the community initiatives that are taking place. I know that North Shore, I'm seeing all these signs popping up on the streets, not just in hospitals, but I'm seeing North Shore taking storefronts. What's going in around the community?
Yeah, very, very good observation, Shalom. And being integrated in the community is very important to us. Making sure that the community has convenient access to care when they need it and what they need. So you're seeing in storefronts, North Shore opening up immediate care centers. And this is in response to community and patient demand. Patients, number one, don't want to come to an emergency room for just a sore throat or a sprained ankle or a broken bone. And two, they want to make sure they have convenient hours that fits around their work schedule, their family schedule, their life schedule. And this is North Shore's response to how to meet a community need. In the Skokie community, we've opened 2 immediate care centers, one in Lincoln Village Shopping Center, 6071 North Lincoln Avenue, the second in Skokie Commons, 3304 West Chewy Avenue. These facilities are open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and on weekends, 8 a.m. To 5 p.m. Something, Shalom, you and I have had a conversation about making sure we, as we are in tune to all the needs of all the communities we serve across North North Shore. Given the observant Jewish community, we wanted to make sure that our staff were trained and are cognizant of how do we take care of not only from a medical standpoint, but how to also meet spiritual needs of and customs of patients who are observing the Sabbath. And our staff has gone through training and competencies to be cognizant and sensitive.
Absolutely, and I know that your team certainly goes way above and beyond to make sure that it is reflective in servicing truly the community needs. In fact, I believe you have a community advisory committee for each of your hospitals made up of community leaders, which is certainly impressive. And surely it's with that feedback and that input that you can provide those services. But let's talk also about some of the community wellness initiatives. I know I've seen partnerships with the Village of Skokie's health department in the past, trying to fight obesity in the community. What are some of the initiatives that are taking place right now?
Yeah, as you mentioned, Shalom, we do have a community advisory committee at each of our 4 hospitals, and we complete a regular community health needs assessment, utilizing and getting input from various community stakeholders, clinical and non-clinical, to understand what are the needs out there in the community. What bubbles up year after year from the community health needs assessment, you mentioned obesity, diabetes, making sure especially our youth are eating healthy and staying active, and anything we can do to promote healthy living, being active, getting regular exercise. A couple of our physicians sponsored and started Rethink Your Drink. How do we encourage those in our community to think about sugary beverages, especially our youth, and not cut down on the amount of calories and sugar that leads to lifelong illness. Instead, looking at just good old-fashioned water to hydrate. The second example I would give that seems to always be an opportunity is mental health and behavioral health. And so one of the things that I've always loved about healthcare is a team sport. Really, you can't do anything as a sole organization or a sole individual. It really is a collection of disciplines, doctors, nurses, therapists, technicians, but it's also bringing in other organizations to partner with them, and how do you deliver on the same mission. So we have many partnerships in the Skokie community and across the North Shore service area in mental health. I think about Turning Point and the great work that that team does there now with the Heartland federally qualified health center right there on Skokie Boulevard. We've had great partnership with Erie Family Health. As a matter of fact, they are now training our family medicine residents, and our residents will be learning from that facility, and we have a great partnership there, and that is everything from mental health to physical health to dental health. And so finding ways how to partner with members of our community, with other great organizations in the community that have a like-minded mission, that individually we can do good, but if we come together, we can do even greater. And that's something that I think we're going to continue to look for opportunities, because it just makes the communities that we all serve healthier.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And from that, on that note, talking obviously about the areas that North Shore is taking a step to try to, as you said, fight diabetes, fight obesity, and so on. I want to talk about, as I always try to emphasize, how the community can get involved. And I know that there's a blood bank, there's volunteering opportunities. Let's talk about how the community can step up and play a role, and perhaps have a good volunteer opportunity. We always talk about giving back on this program.
Yeah, giving back is huge. So going back to how healthcare very much is a team sport, I would encourage anybody in the community to really ask themselves, what are they passionate about? Specifically, is it mental health? Is it comforting those who are in the hospital, who need some wayfinding or need some comfort while they're going through an anxious experience? Is it pediatrics? And reach out to us here at Skokie Hospital. We have a very robust volunteer program. We would love more volunteers. We're always looking for more volunteers, and we will match your interests with what our needs are. But look for other organizations across our community. based on what your passion is, call up Turning Point, call up Erie, call up, pick an organization that meets your personal mission and see what you can do to help and contribute. It's going to be gratifying for you, but you're going to make a difference in other people's lives.
That's fantastic. Once again, Dave Rahija, the president of North Shore University Health System Skokie Hospital. Dave, thanks for joining us. I know folks can find out more about volunteering, getting involved at northshore.org. Thank you so much for joining us on this Labor Day weekend. We'll be sure to have you back on real soon.
Don't miss